organization. Can you break down the 3 to 5 top things, decisions you made that led to that, or decisions you didn't make that led to that?
Jeez, I mean, yeah, hiring him. I mean, I can't, I don't have a list of 3 or 5. I haven't done that much. You know, I mean, look around with Ozzie and Eric and Kevin Byrne. Kevin doesn't get nearly as much credit as a confidant to all of us. He should be the 5th guy up here, really. I rely on Ozzie and John to counsel me through the football stuff, and I rely on Dick and Kevin to counsel me through the business side. And, you know, other than that, as you guys know, this place hasn't changed much. There's not much that I can hang my hat on. I'm happy that I had that window of 4 years to see that we had such quality organization, and then be able to maintain it. And so really, Nestor, other than, you know, replacing the head coach, that's about the only major decision I've made in all these years. Unless you can come up with something that I did. Yeah, I'm willing to accept credit for anything else you can throw out there.
What about player decisions, football decisions on draft day and signing free agents that you were brought into in some way?
Well, no, because like I said, I love being closer to the decision than all the fans and all the reporters, because I get to hear these guys out and see what they like. And Eric and I are on the phone all the time because he stops taking my calls. You know, but personnel decision, it's like, gosh, Eric will tell me, look at this guy, watch this guy, and I do. And so then when they send me leading up to the draft, when they send me players to look at, I look at, and I sit there and tell them why I think we could do better with this guy over that guy if they're even. But I remember going back to 2002 when I said that when the top 2 guys left on the board were Lito Shepard and Ed Reed, and we had Ed Reed above Lito, and I said to Ozzie, I don't understand this. If they're both have the same grade, why would you not take a corner over a safety? It just, that seems like that's a more important position. And Ozzie said, because I'm true to my board. And we took Ed Reed instead of Lito Shepard. So I kind of learned from that point on that I better not engage too much in my decision there to try and alter their decision making, or else we would have had Lito.
Yeah. Steve, having achieved great success in business and now being at the pinnacle of the NFL, what is your personal philosophy about maintaining a drive and hunger to continue to succeed, to do it again?
I think, you know, Ozzie kind of spoke on it. We're not going to get caught up in the moment and do things to our salary cap and make decisions in the euphoria of winning that could hurt us in 2014 and 15 like we did in 2001. Every single veteran was restructured, I think, so that every single veteran could stay. And then we ended up losing so many people the next year. We don't want to do that. So you have to make sure that the excitement of the day doesn't cloud what we promised to build, and that was a consistent winner. So I'm just proud for Baltimore, and there is a great pressure off of us. This is what we work for, and you know as you get closer that it's like, if we don't get it this time, and we felt that way last year, if we got to get it this time, and we went up to New England and we were devastated when we lost because we know how hard it is to get back there. You know, many teams, Pittsburgh won 2 Super Bowls and then didn't make the playoffs the next year. And so we're going to try and do that. We're going to try and build a consistent winner, and we've got this one in the bank. Like John said, you can never take it away from us. And I'm just proud for Baltimore, for everybody that gets to bask in this.
Ozzie, before the season, you guys hired Sandy Wheel to do a statistical analysis. What were the benefits of that? And then, you know, how, as a front office, do you kind of, you know, weigh what he's passing along against what you guys are seeing in your own eyes?
Well, that's still a work in progress. What he had to do was to come in and understand the football business part of it, and then to mesh that with the analytical aspects of what he could bring. But what we've been concentrating is he tried to help John and Matt Weiss through some things this offseason, but his main objective was to gather all of the information that we have over the last 7 or 8 years, compile it, and see what that information is going to present to us, and we'll be looking at some of that information as we move toward the draft.
Ozzie, how much of a priority will it be this offseason to address the left tackle position long term? And did Brian McKinney's play in the postseason make him a more viable option to keep moving forward?
Well, I think the thing that we found out this season is that we have probably about 8 or 9 offensive linemen with starter potential that were able to go in and play very good football for us. So I think you start that we got good depth. B-Mac is a free agent. I think the way he played down the stretch against Freeney, against Dumerville, and then against Alden Smith, I think it makes a statement for him. I think he has a decision to make there as to whether he wants to come back and play here. But I think we like our young guys. I think Juan Castillo is going to be a great addition to our staff. He's known for helping and developing young players. So I feel very good about our offensive line. And, you know, if you look at the point you said left tackle, but Von Miller plays on the left side, and he has to go up against the right. So right now, it's not a right tackle, left tackle thing. You have the ability to be able to hold up whether you play either side or not.
Ryan? For any of you guys, can you talk about the first time that it entered your mind after Sunday night that you first thought repeat?
I haven't thought about it yet. I mean, the word repeat means nothing. I think it's just you go back to work. You know, you sink the pilings deep. You do the same thing you do every year. And we're going to try to sink our pilings deep into bedrock again this year, starting really this week already, the day after the game. And we just go back to work, right?
Yes.
John, earlier in the season we asked you about a solution to the helmet-to-helmet issues, the fine problems. I mean, you spoke out against it earlier in the year, and now that it's all over, wanted to get your thoughts on how all of that can be rectified. Is it as simple as telling guys to lower the target, or are these helmet-to-helmet shots unavoidable?
It's not that simple. If it was, it'd be corrected. You know, it's complicated. Helmet-to-helmet shots on defenseless receivers. There are varying levels of it. You know, there are shades there. 50 Shades of Grey. Is that a book or something I heard about somewhere along the way? Yeah, I haven't read it. I haven't had time to do much reading. But there's a lot of gray there, and I think that I know the competition committee is going to go to work on that, and we'll have something to try to just clean it up and clear it up a little bit as best we can. But safety's here to stay. It's really important. Protecting guys and making the game as safe as we can is going to be very important.